I think, so for me that came up, there was something else. It was like more of a visualization of a wall that blocks me from putting everything out that I want to and that I have coming through me. Mm-hmm. But then I realized that that's really more of just my story of struggle. Mm-hmm. And I think you know that story that I have. So that's, yeah.
So
breaking through that.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing and what I love that you're able to recognize, and I want to call out, is that you're getting a visual. So a lot of people don't realize that they get visuals. They get hints or clues, or they actually know a piece of the solution or a piece of the problem. And where you're knowing that wall from isn't from your brain. It's from another part of you that's speaking to you. It's some part of your subconscious or higher self, or however you want to contextualize that. But isn't that amazing? Let's just start with the marvel of that, right? So this wall is there and it's teaching you things, and it's showing you, and it's actually showing you the path to freedom. That's why it's there. The wall isn't real. I mean, it kind of is, right? Mm-hmm. But it's actually showing you that there's something beyond that by being there. So being attuned to that. What screams out for me with this wall is that, there's two things. One is you don't believe you deserve more, and the other one is you don't have a context for it. You don't necessarily have a container or a framework. There's a psychology term called schema. It's like a basic framework for the way that we view the world, and you're not yet willing or able to get out of. It's not necessarily feeling like a prison, even though it's a wall. It's just it's a roadblock, and beyond that, you'll have so many iterations different of you. There'll be so many different facets of you that can change, that you do need to be prepared for it. You need to be ready for it. So my sense, and tell me if that feels true, is that you're working towards that, right? Yeah. So let's not lose track of the progress that's been made. Let's not feel like a failure for the fact that we haven't finished the marathon. If you started a marathon, if you've done all that training first off to get yourself to the start line, and then you're on mile 3, have you failed?
No.
Right, you're just not there yet. It's a totally different perspective. So gather your resources and talk the way that you'd want to talk to yourself, or talk even better yet, the way that you would talk to a friend if she was running a marathon. If you were like in her little earbud in her ears, how would you speak to her? What would you say? Would you tell her that she's failing?
No.
Would you tell her that she's not running fast enough? That she's never going to get there? So watch that voice in your own head. That wall is nothing on you. You got this.
It's actually more of like a block, because I can see the edges of it.
Okay, even easier.
Yeah.
So what happens if you levitate? If you were to take, that Mary Poppins little umbrella and be like, boop. We can't take ourselves seriously. What's on the other side? Can you feel it?
Somewhat. It's not very clear.
Okay, let's do it again. Ready? Come back down.
Okay.
You are a fucking badass. I know you. I see you. You cannot hide. You stop that small shit. It does not become you. It does not suit you. It doesn't even match. You're trying to put on the wrong size of shoe, and it's totally the wrong color, by the way. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay.
So it's more of a decision.
What's on the other side is going to be ready for you. You'll be at the end of that marathon when you believe that you deserve it, and how you're going to believe you deserve it is by bringing in so much more power. You're already really powerful. You already command the space. You already do so much with your work, but you're still working at a small increment compared to where you're going to go. So that's why don't overthink it. We're not there yet. Ready? So you got your umbrella, but let's just put it down. You're at the bottom of the block wall thing. Okay. There you go. Do you feel the shift? You got out of here and you're coming. Now I want you to go like 100x where you're at right now, because this is still your warm-up round. Keep going. Drop the concept of who you are. I want you to erase erase your childhood. Erase the imprint that your parents gave you. Erase all of the hardship story. be right here with me in this precious moment in time. This is the only thing that's real right now. There you go. Now I want you to bring in 100x power. Don't overthink, just stay right here. Keep going. There you go. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah. You
can do anything you want from right here. Now, umbrella up. Ready? Let's go. Look over the wall. Feel it. You don't have to see anything, just feel it. Do you feel the difference?
It's invisible now, actually.
It's invisible? The wall's invisible?
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't real to begin with. Because it only is there as a function to show you when you're not being fully you, when you're not bringing in all of everything. So the reason why this is coming through in this way for you, the reason why I'm explaining it in this way, is because you are visual kinesthetic. You're not using your brain. That's actually super rare. Most people are overactive in their brain. There's ways where you can get into overthinking, but the most powerful way for you to remember and know the way home, the way to freedom, the way to who you really are, because home has nothing to do with what your parents taught you, has nothing to do with where you grew up. I'm talking about the big H home. Home. I want you to know it. I want you to feel it. I want you to experience it in your body. That's how you're going to find it. And for every moment that you can do that, you're going to get buff. You know how you are. You're going to get so strong. But if you halfway do it, it's like having bad form in yoga.
This feels yucky.
It's just not right.
Yeah.
You know the difference. You know if you let your ribs splay out when you have your hands up, the difference versus if you tuck them in and rise up in that correct way. All of those little micro knowings and all of that training and everything that you have in your body is the same thing. Except for I want you to remember that you're an unlimited, timeless, vast being. And that wall's got nothing. It's not even real.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.